We are going to make a delicious vegan chili featuring our pineapple chia cleanse. This recipe was actually created by Chef Dana Nguyen, and I've been told over and over again that it's the best chili people have ever had. So let's get started. What I love is that there's an instant pot now where you can make everything all in one pot. I'm a big fan of these dump pot meals. So I'm going to get started with a little bit of coconut oil, and we're going to toast some onions in there first. We're going to saute all the veggies first just to give it that nice caramelization. So the recipe calls for 1 onion, but I am an onion fiend and I did double for extra credit. All right, these onions are looking good. So what we're gonna do next is add all of our raw veggies. So I have about 3 ribs of celery, and we're gonna toss this in here. I have about 3 small organic carrots right here to add some color and crunch. And since I'm always in a hurry on weeknights, I decided not to peel garlic, although I love it. I'm gonna be lazy here, and I'm just gonna add in some minced garlic from a jar. Whoever invented that is a godsend. Okay, here's some raw veggies, and we're gonna saute these. So this is really interesting. Do you guys know why we saute veggies before you throw them in a stew? The reason we do this is sauteing it actually helps seal in the flavors for these vegetables, and it also keeps them firm. So no nursing home veggies here in our chili. They're all gonna stay crisp, have that nice snap, and taste really fresh. That's the reason why you want to saute before you ever throw veggies into a soup base like our chili. Super liquid. I'm adding some frozen bell peppers here. Can't be bothered to cut one up, so this is the easiest thing for me, is just to add them in frozen. Doing the same thing. Look at all of these veggies. My Instant Pot is almost full, like half full right now with vegetables, which I love. Think of all the fiber and the phytonutrients you're getting. Look at all the color too, the red, orange, yellow, green. This is absolutely beautiful, and we're gonna fill out that color palette with our beans once we add them in. Look at this. This is why chili is such a wonderful meal to have. It keeps you full for so long. You can enjoy it guilt-free, and when you're adding in this level of plant diversity, it's just the recipe for wonderful longevity, health, and vitality. All right, now we're going to add some spices because we want it to have time to bloom. So this is a fresh herb mix with basil, oregano, and marjoram. You could really add anything from the spice family, but you want some of these delicious blooming spices in here. And then next, of course, since this is a chili, we're gonna add chili powder. This is about a tablespoon. You can adjust it more or less to your liking of spiciness. I really like things spicy, plus it boosts your metabolism. So the more you can include chili powder in your diet, in your cooking, the better. In such a large pot of chili, you won't even taste that tablespoon. Next is cumin, which is a delicious way to round out the flavor. I'm a big cumin fan too, and there's a lot of studies showing the effect of cumin on weight loss. So this is something you want in your diet every single day, a couple tablespoons if you can. You can add it to hummus, you can add it to things like chili, you can add it to any stir fries. Cumin just adds so much depth of flavor, and it's so packed with antioxidants. We want to maximize the amount of time the spices are introduced to heat in these veggies, so it can have the most amount of time to flavor our dish, and that's why I added it in so early. So now we're going to start adding in the rest of the traditional chili ingredients. So I'm going to add in a can of tomato paste. It just goes right in like that. It's very concentrated, and this is where that delicious tomato flavoring comes from. I'm gonna add in a giant can of tomatoes. I spilled. What am I supposed to do now? All right, here we go. We got tomatoes and our veggies. This is starting to look like chili. However, we are missing the key ingredient. We're missing the beans. So what I ended up doing was I pre-soaked a 16 bean mix from a dry mix, and I actually sprouted it for 3 days. Can you guys see the sprouts here? These beans actually have little sprouts coming off the top, and that makes it so much more nutritious. So it's similar to the concept behind our pineapple chia cleanse. You can see the garbanzo beans have sprouted. This is just wonderful. 3 days I soaked it in water. I actually changed the water out about 1 to 2 times a day, morning and night. So I just changed the water out completely so it stays fresh, and it allows it to sprout, and I cover it with the lid in darkness. So there's about 4 cups of beans in here after sprouting. So you can see this is 16 different beans. I don't know if you guys can imagine the amount of amino acids and nutrients coming from all these different types. This makes this chili a complete protein. This is incredible. I can't even possibly list all of them. There's different types, 3 different kinds of lentils. There's kidney beans, there's lima beans, there's pinto beans, there's black beans, there's garbanzo beans. There's so many more. Actually, I was reading the label, and there's some beans I didn't even really know about, and peas. You can see all this here. So this is a complete protein, and it's packed with fiber, and it's packed with protein and all the phytonutrients you need for a healthy meal. Next, I'm going to add in, because I like it, I'm adding in some fire roasted corn, frozen. I'm just one of those corn and chili people. Not everyone likes that, but I'm one of those girls who does. So I like the flavor, and I like to maximize the veggies I get. So I added in about half a bag of fire roasted corn, and that will keep things super interesting. I want to eat this already. It's not ready to eat. Don't do that, you guys, but I'm so tempted. Look how good this looks. And the very last step is I'm going to add in some stock. I see that it actually already has a lot of liquid from the tomatoes, so I'm not going to add all of it. This is 2 cups of stock, but I'm just going to add in a little bit. I don't want it too watery. I want it thicker. So I'm going to eyeball it. So add in a little bit of stock. There we go. I don't want all of it in there. So that's about a cup. Oh, and I forgot. There's still some ingredients I forgot. I chopped up a ton of mushrooms. So I have cremini, porcini, and some white bella mushrooms. So I'm gonna throw some of these in. When Chef Dana first made these, those mushrooms gave it such a juicy pop. I couldn't believe it. It makes the texture so much more exciting and almost meatier and just more satisfying. I've never had mushrooms in a chili before, but that sort of rocked my world. I really think this is why people keep saying this is the best chili they've ever had. You won't even miss the ground beef or the, I don't know, what do they put in meat chilies? Oh my gosh, I've seen chili competitions where they use rattlesnake and squirrels and critters. It's really weird what people do in those chili competitions on TV. But none of that here. This is all, this should win the chili cook-off, I'm telling you. I'm gonna see if I can fit more mushrooms in, because I'm a mushroom fiend. So I want as many as I could possibly get. Ooh, look at this. All right, who's coming over? This is like gonna feed an entire army of people. Look at this. I don't think I'm gonna need to cook for the next month. Someone's gotta come over and take some of this off my hands. If you're in Southern California, let me know. All right, and finally, of course, because I'm me, I'm going to add pineapple chia cleanse because it actually has 15 different sources of activated proteins, different sprouted fibers and chia, and it just helps round it out. I think this would make it absolutely perfect. At this point, I think we're pushing like almost, I don't know, what, 30 different ingredients? No, more like 50 different plants in this chili. Beat that. That should win the chili cook-off. We're pushing, I'm gonna find out the exact number and let you guys know. Because of the beans, there's 16 different beans, there's 15 different types of activated fibers in pineapple chia, and we have the onions, garlic, bell peppers, carrots, celery, 3 different types of mushrooms. Someone do the math for me. Mathing was never my strong suit, but this is gonna win the World Chili Cook-Off, you guys, because I've got every plant that has ever been known to man to enter a chili right here. So since I have an Instant Pot, my work is done here. I am going to hit the chili button, and that automatically sets it to 30 minutes. All right, let's see what we have here. This whole house smells like a Southwest fiesta. I'm so excited. Yay. All right, the ingredients have kind of settled on the bottom. Ooh, look at that beauty right there. You see the mushrooms, you see the beans, you see the bell peppers. Oh, look at this. It looks delightful. So of course I'm gonna add a little basil on top. And there we go. We have our vegan chili made with pineapple chia cleanse by Chef Dana Nguyen. It smells wonderful. I wish you could all come over and have a bowl with me.